Hello and welcome back to another Football Commentaries live stream. We're here for the game between rock bottom Sheffield United and they face a mid-table Arsenal side who are looking to bounce back after late disappointment in their Europa League game on Thursday, in which they conceded a 94th minute equaliser at the Emirates Stadium to Slavia Prague. But after such an amazing first season back in the Premier League for Sheffield United, this season has been the polar opposite, struggling to score goals, can't stop conceding, and the loss of Chris Wilder has seen the Blades sit comfortably at the bottom of the league in 20th place. 28 points is the difference between the two teams, and Sheffield have lost double the amount of Arsenal and the amount of Arsenal have, and that is 24 times. Arsenal losing 12. One of those times were in the reverse fixture at the Emirates Stadium, where Arsenal came out victorious 2-1 in a win which saw Saka and Pepe seal the 3 points for Arsenal back in early October of this season. With this being the 10th time these two teams have met in the Premier League, every win in this fixture has been for the home team. No away team has beaten one another when playing in the Premier League. So could that change today? We're going to have to see. So at Bramall Lane for this late Sunday night kickoff, will we see Arsenal fire without Aubameyang, or will the Blades find a way to cut through this Arsenal team? We're going to find out. Welcome to the live stream, welcome to the commentary. Great to see. It's light outside and it's 7 o'clock. It's great. It's still light at the Bramall Lane, which is fantastic as well. So everything's looking good. If you want to put score predictions in the chat, let me know. It's game week 31 now as well, 38. Getting to the latter parts of the season now where Arsenal need to start building momentum and getting more points, and Sheffield United just need to start looking into the future for next season, maybe build some momentum to go into next year and try and save any kind of embarrassment they could get. So it's quite already embarrassing how they've been relegated so low points, 14 points, 4 wins, 24 defeats. So it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back, hopefully with a strong new manager in the Championship next season. And then hello, everyone is here. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Kickoff is literally in about 3 minutes' time. I think there's going to be a 2-minute silence for Prince Philip, who sadly passed away Friday morning. So if you've got any score predictions, put in the chat. Got Sheffield 0, Arsenal 2, got 4-1 to Arsenal as well. Remember, they've got no Aubameyang, no Emile Smith-Rowe, no Kieran Tierney. Aubameyang has been said to have been ill. Smith-Rowe's injured, Tierney's injured as well. David Luiz is also returning, or trying to return from an injury. I don't think he'll be back for quite a while. David Luiz as well. That's why they've gone for a changed lineup at the back. I'm going to go through it now. I'm going to go through the Sheffield United team first. Got Ramsdale in goal, who's going to have to go through back-to-back relegations as a goalkeeper. Did it with Bournemouth last season, and this season with Sheffield United conceding 52 goals in the Premier League and only 2 clean sheets as well. But has played every minute as well, so a lot of experience for the young goalkeeper. A settled back three, well, 2 of the back 3 anyway. Egan and Ampadu have played a lot of the games this season, but Edna Stevens, who's usually a left wing back, is having to fill in at centre back. Osborne, who scored in Sheffield United's last game against Leeds away, he plays at left wing back, and Baldock plays at right wing back, who came off against Leeds due to quite a sore injury against Tyler Roberts, but he's back in the team and starting. Midfield 3, which has been very settled this season. They've played the majority of the games together. Oliver Norwood, John Lundstrom and John Fleck as well. They'll make up the midfield 3, and then an ever-changing front 2, and this time Paul Heckingbottom has decided to go with David McGoldrick and Oliver Burke up front, meaning McBurney drops to the bench. And as you can see, the bench there: Fotheringham, Bogle, Jagielka, Keane Bryan, Max Lowe, Ndiaye, the young midfielder, Iliman Ndiaye, he's only 21 years of age, and a French midfielder, he's on the bench again. Lisa Mousset, McBurney and Bruce, the 3 strikers on the bench. They've got 5 strikers, Sheffield 9, ridiculous. And then for Arsenal, Leno, the number 1, is in net. They're going to have to use Saka at left back with this injury crisis that currently got Arsenal at the minute. Pablo Mari and Rob Holding make up the 2 centre-backs. Gabriel drops to the bench. Callum Chambers has got in ahead of Hector Bellerin and Cedric to play right back. And then the holding midfielders, we've got Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey. El Neni is on the bench. Martinelli gets a start at left wing. It'd be great to see him start, only his 4th start of the season in the Premier League. And then Ceballos will play as an attacking midfielder, as they are without Emile Smith-Rowe, who would usually play in that position, and Martin Ødegaard as well. Nicolas Pepe, who scored that what seemed to be a winner against Slavia Prague, which ended up just being the first goal of the game, as they did end up drawing that one late on. He plays at right wing, and then Alexandre Lacazette, the top goal scorer for Arsenal in the Premier League this season with 11. He's got 3 in his last 5 in the Premier League. He starts up from the 2-minute silence has just finished now, as we've got the two captains, Lacazette and John Egan, at the centre circle, sorting out who's kicking which way, who's going to be starting on which side, the standard stuff, and we're going to get underway. So let me just sort something out quickly. There we go. So we're about to get all ready, and we're going to check the audio for the stream, make sure it sounds okay. Right, there we go. If it sounds weird or like crackly, if you know what I mean, let me know. I've got it full volume in the mic. Sorry for the noise if you got any there. I'm just going to bring it a little bit closer as well. We're about to get underway. Arsenal kicking left to right, Sheffield United right to left. Arsenal to kick off with Alexandre Lacazette, as we're just waiting for the referee's whistle, which he has blown, and they take the knee again, uniting in the fight against racism within football and society. And that is underway. Lacazette passes it back to Rob Holding, who goes towards the left arm. Martinelli goes over the head of the Brazilian, over to George Baldock, who will let the ball run out for a throw-in towards the corner flag. And we are underway at Brom Lane for this game between Sheffield United and Arsenal. Paul Heckingbottom versus Mikel Arteta. It's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out, as I've missed the cue to start the timer. There we go. Hold on. There, you can make that out there. Right, let's go. Ramsdale on the ball for Sheffield United. He launches the ball forward into the Arsenal half. McGoldrick looks to head it on, but Rob Holding towers over him. Heads it as far as Edna Stevens, who looks to clear down the line. Deflects off Nicolas Pepe. And a throw, and it'll be halfway into the Arsenal half with Ben Osborne. Like I said before, scored his first goal for Sheffield United in their last game against Leeds, which ended in a 2-1 defeat. Jagielka scoring an own goal to give Leeds 3 points after an impressive win for Leeds against City, making them go 2 wins in 2. I think even 3 wins in 3 for Leeds, because they beat Fulham, didn't they, before the international break as well. So we've got another throw-in for Sheffield United on that left-hand side, on the halfway line. Edna Stevens looks for John Fleck, comes off Callum Chambers, and Pepe looks to keep hold of it. He gets knocked to the ground, and the referee sees it as a fair challenge, and Sheffield United have the ball back, and they've worked it to Aaron Ramsdale, the Sheffield United goalkeeper. No real intense press here from Arsenal as they launch the ball forward, headed back towards where it came from by Pablo Mari, and it fell to Martinelli. Saka's making a run forward to his left. He feeds the young Englishman. He decides to shoot. Is it a save? Does it hit the woodwork? I'm not too sure, but if that's a save, it's a superb one by Aaron Ramsdale. It looks like Saka's going to be playing in an advanced midfield role with Xhaka playing left back. And as they did break, Saka on the left got shot away. Did it take any deflections? Shoots towards the near post. No, hits the side netting, sorry, and goes out for a goal kick. So it looks like Xhaka is playing left back, Ceballos playing in holding midfield, and then Saka just in behind the striker. So it'll be interesting to see how Xhaka does at left back as the ball's launched forward. McGoldrick tries to head it on, and it falls to the striker, and he helps it to the left-hand side to Osborne. Down the line to Burke, back to Osborne on the left-hand side in the final third. Back with Burke, takes it down the byline, dinks across in towards the back post, but it's too much on it. And out for a goal kick it goes for Bernd Leno to take. So I do remember Xhaka playing a few games at left back, I think last season. So it's not a role that he's unfamiliar with, but it is a role he's not used to say the least. But I think it'll be good to see Saka in behind the striker, giving it more creative freedom against this struggling Sheffield United team. As Leno plays it over to Rob Holding, the right-hand side centre-back. Now to the right-back, Callum Chambers. Inside to Saka, who's dropped deep for the box. Now Thomas Partey sweeps it over to the left-hand side with makeshift left-back Granit Xhaka, who will drive forward with the ball into the Sheffield United half. Forward to Lacazette, out wide left to Ceballos, back to Xhaka, and it's now with Pablo Mari, and here is Rob Holding, inside to Thomas Partey. He's got a bit of room in that midfield to bring it forward and then look over the top for Pepe, just a little too much on it, and we'll go all the way back to Aaron Ramsdale. In 67 Premier League appearances for Ramsdale, including stint at Bournemouth, he has conceded 114 goals. It's not great for a young goalkeeper, at the age of 22. But it'll be a big learning experience these 2 seasons in the Premier League as he looks to switch a diagonal ball to the left to Ben Osborne. It comes off the back of Nicolas Pepe and will be a Sheffield United throw-in. It goes into John Fleck, the Scotsman, formerly of Rangers. Looking to bring it away and finds McGoldrick, can't quite flick it towards Osborne, and Arsenal have the ball back now with Nicolas Pepe being pulled down by Osborne, and the referee does see that as a foul, and the referee for today's game is Peter Banks. We've got the fourth official of Lee Mason, and VAR is Jared Gillet, and Stephen Child as well as the assistant VAR as well. Interesting to see how this game plays out, the last one of the weekend before we have the 2 Monday fixtures of Southampton West Brom, or West Brom Southampton, and Brighton Everton. As they've moved it from right to left here, Arsenal, as they've got the ball back. So they got the ball back, they got it from the free kick, didn't they? And on the left hand side with Ceballos. Finds Thomas Partey. Now Holding to Chambers, pokes it down the line to Nicolas Pepe, looks for the back heel, back to Chambers for the reply, but I think he was caught offside there, Pepe. So it'll be a free kick for Sheffield United to take. Only 4 goals in the last 10 games, no competitions for Sheffield United, so they're lacking goals. They've only scored 17 this season, and I think a really poor statistic is the 3 midfielders for Sheffield United, Fleck, Norwood and Lundstram. None of them have scored this season in any competition. You need goals from all around the pitch. You need some from defenders, majority from attackers, and then some being supplied from the midfield, but no goals in that midfield 3 this season. And I think that sums up Sheffield United not scoring enough goals at all. So Martinelli brings down Norwood header out to Ceballos. In the Arsenal half, he's been chased by Lundstram, but is able to distribute to Rob Holding. He goes long and over the top towards Pepe. It goes over Stevens, he misjudges it, and it falls to Pepe in the box on the right hand side. Tries to get onto his left, pushed off the ball, and Sheffield United have it back with Norwood. But again, another offside on Pepe means even if Pepe had gone away and not been just pushed to the ground, it would have been offside anyway and nothing would have come of it. But decent ball from Holding. Edna Stevens being caught out. I think he was just offside, but as he's just mistimed that ball there, Edna Stevens, and let Pepe get away momentarily. But his blushes were spared in the end as Nicolas Pepe was caught offside by the linesman. We're just under 7 minutes in. We've got an Aaron Ramsdale goal kick just on the edge of his 18-yard box, and he sends it forward. Again, McGoldrick looking to win the flick on, and he does do so. And Xhaka's going to have to see the ball back to his goalkeeper as Oliver Burke was trying to get beyond Granit Xhaka, but he did his defensive duties well, and the ball was seen back to Bernd Leno in the end, who is making his 30th appearance in the Premier League this season, as he is pressured there to clear the ball long as he was getting pressed, and it goes towards Pepe, and Stevens wins it, and Osborne headed back to Stevens and headed back forward to Osborne, but it's picked up by Pepe. Nice skill to get beyond Norwood. He's got Saka to his right and he will feed it through to the youngster. Can he find the right ball? He puts it right across goal and it's well cleared away by Ampadu, the man on loan from Chelsea. And Arsenal will have a throw-in on the right-hand side. It was a good break as Saka got it from the right, on the right, and he played it right across goal, and Lacazette was waiting at the far post, but he couldn't be supplied with the ball. Alexandre Lacazette. Callum Chambers has the throw-in for Arsenal. He's waiting for a little bit of movement from the likes of Pepe, Saka, Thomas Partey. Throws it down the line to Pepe, finds him in the box towards the byline. He touches a little paw and it allows John Egan to see the ball behind for a goal kick. Lundstram with the ball from the goal kick. Baldock back to Ethan Ampadu. Now Norwood towards Ramsdale, who just about avoids the corner. And he's not really getting pressed by Arsenal as they're looking to just box Sheffield United in, not giving them any options to pass it to. As Ramsdale goes long and it's brought down beautifully by McGoldrick on the halfway line, and he feeds it through to the right wing back, George Baldock. He chops back and uses Norwood inside to McGoldrick, who's dropped quite deep for the ball here. The front man, the top goal scorer for Sheffield United this season in all competitions with 7. 6 of them coming in the Premier League. Norwood through to Lundstrom. First time ball to Baldock, as Sheffield United are looking to just keep possession for now, some of it in their own half and the other parts in the Arsenal half, looking to just settle into the game. It's Egan over to the left hand side now with Edna Stevens. Egan on the edge of the 18-yard box finds the goalkeeper Ramsdale, who's going to again look to get it towards Oliver Burke, and he finds him, brought it down beautifully again, similar to what McGoldrick did about a minute ago, and he's going to be looked to be fed in behind here, Burke, from Baldock, and he gets there and he lumps across in towards the edge of the box, where Fleck and Partey will look to battle out to win the ball, and it's Partey's ball, but Saka fails to clear, with Osborne finding McGoldrick in the box. He will swing at it and shoot, and just put it wide. Just saying now he's Sheffield United top goal scorer for this season. He's nearly added to his collection. It was in the air where Partey won the first header and then Saka tried to clear it away, but it was poor and it fell right to Osborne, who slipped it through to McGoldrick, who got in between Xhaka and Holding, and as his left foot released the shot, it had Leno worried a little bit because it wasn't too far away. Just 10 minutes in, and it's Sheffield United 0, Arsenal 0. With Saka on the right hand side, nicely slipped inside to Pepe, back out wide to Saka on the right. Great link up play between the two Arsenal players. Saka looks to go inside, tackled by Osborne, good defending by the wing back, and Lundstrom has it and plays it back to Osborne. First time down the line to Burke. Even further wide is McGoldrick, and he finds the Irishman, who looks to try and find a switch along the ground. It's had to be cut out by Martinelli, as he was nearly tackled by Baldock as he intercepted, but worked it away for Arsenal in the end. It's now with Ceballos. Thomas Partey. Chambers the right back on the ball in the Arsenal half. Holding back to the goalkeeper in his 6-yard area. Bernd Leno. Arsenal have just lost it in the midfield there, poor ball, so I'm just trying to sort something out. If anything happens, I'll obviously jump to it. There we go. Stevens on the ball, yeah, Arsenal just lost it in the midfield there. Too many Sheffield bodies there, and they couldn't quite keep possession. As Ramsdale has it, the goalkeeper, shifts it onto his weaker left foot and clears down the Sheffield left, but blocked by the Arsenal right with Callum Chambers, heading it forward to Pepe. Back towards Chambers, 50-50 with him and Edna Stevens, and comes off Stevens last for a throw-in for Arsenal. Arsenal's last 3 games in the Premier League have been a win, a draw and a loss, so pretty average you could say, and they'll be looking to try and win this game and make it win number 13 as a Chambers, I think, of a holding ball towards Lacazette was a little misplaced and it fell right through to the goalkeeper Ramsdale as Sheffield looked to build from the back with Ethan Ampadu. Baldock, the right wing back, over to Egan in the 18-yard box for Sheffield. Now Aaron Ramsdale, who won the under-19 Euros back in 2017 with England. He's been the under-21 number 1 for the last year or two, Ramsdale, racking up 15 appearances for the under-21s. See if he'll be England's number 1 one day, or he'll come close maybe. We've got the likes of Nick Pope currently, Jordan Pickford, Dean Henderson as well. But I think he'll need a season in the Championship. I think Premier League's just a bit too far for him, too big of a step. So we've got to do with Edna Stevens in the Sheffield half. Fleck into the Arsenal half, plays over the top looking for McGoldrick. Back to goal, and he keeps it, but he's offside. So Arsenal have a free kick on their right-hand side, their right-back area. But it's positive from Sheffield, trying to get in behind. And it looks like if they're going to score against anyone, it should be Arsenal. Arsenal have failed to keep a clean sheet now for the last 14 games in all competitions. Their last clean sheet was against United at home. That's Manchester United, when they drew 0-0 back on the 30th of January of this year. So it's a long time to not keep a clean sheet. 14 games, that's 3 months without a clean sheet. So if Sheffield are to score against anyone, it is probably going to be Arsenal. Pepe has it in the Arsenal half, brings it into the Sheffield half and slips it through to Saka in the middle of the park, finds Martinelli on the left on the edge, enters the box, he's got the overlap of Ceballos, finds him, left-footed ball in towards the box, blocked off by, I think, the duo of Ampadu and Baldock, and they concede the corner. Good work from Arsenal, found Ceballos on the left, who was drifting out to the left a lot, helping Martinelli, as I don't think they want Xhaka to be overlapping at left-back, so they're using the left-sided midfielder of Ceballos to do the overlaps. And as he's tried to get a cross in, blocked off by both Baldock and Ampadu, out for a corner for Arsenal, and it's going to be a good chance here for Arsenal to get it in the box and try and cause some danger. They've got the likes of Pablo Mari, who's 6'4", Rob Holding 6'2". They've got the likes of Lacazette, who's not the tallest, but he's an aerial threat. Callum Chambers in there as well. Pepe to go over and take the man. He scored against Slavia Prague and also scored in the reverse fixture at the Emirates in a 2-1 win, and also scored the last time Arsenal played at this ground when they won in the FA Cup quarter-final 2-1. Scored a penalty. Can he supply the goods again for Arsenal? Snap swinging left-footed ball in. Cross towards the near post, cleared away by Oliver Norwood. A fall towards Ceballos, who volleys it back to Xhaka, who's going to have to deal with this as Lundstrom's running forward and he gets there ahead of Xhaka. Tries to head it forward towards Osborne, who chases down Xhaka, who takes the ball away eventually and forward to Ceballos, and Arsenal defend the counter-attack in the end. A little bit shaky there, Granit Xhaka, formerly of Borussia Mönchengladbach. Been at the club now for quite a while. Granit Xhaka, been there for 5 years, coming up to in the summer. Not yet got into double figures in the Premier League. He scored 9 Premier League goals in his career, Granit Xhaka, but I don't think he'll be scoring any from left back unless he's put on any set pieces, like the one he scored against Chelsea on Boxing Day, and that's his only goal in the Premier League this season. That stunning free kick against Chelsea. As Arsenal come forward with Ceballos on the ball, he's got Lacazette on the left this time, not Martinelli, but he's going to cross it in instead from the edge, and it deflects over to Callum Chambers, who puts it across goal, and it's past everyone, and it falls to Baldock in the end for Sheffield United, and another Arsenal attack gone to waste. It's Burke back to Lundstrom in the Sheffield United half. It's now Ampadu into the box to Oliver Norwood, the holding midfielder. Played forward to Burke, takes it nicely and just plays it back over towards John Egan. So Edna Stevens, who's had to play 6 games at centre-back this season in the Premier League. This is now his 7th, as he's had to play on that left-hand side of the 3 at the back, as McGoldrick's flicked ball around the corner, can't find Fleck, and Arsenal are back in possession with Pepe, Saka. Pepe can't quite feed it through to Saka again, and cut out by Ampadu. But that's a poor ball from Norwood. Falls to Saka, who can't take it past Egan. It's cleared towards McGoldrick, who chests it down and lays it into Fleck. Goes out wide left to Osborne, into Fleck again. Forward to Burke. Back to goal, finds Osborne. Keeping possession well here, Sheffield United, as Fleck has Osborne in support. Back heels it towards McGoldrick. Deflects, I think, off Chambers. No, it doesn't. Deflects off nobody, and a throw in for Arsenal, and it will be taken quickly by Holding, who will find Bernd Leno in between the Arsenal sticks. So it's Pablo Mari on the ball, formerly of Manchester City. Pablo Mari, the Spanish centre-back, joined in 2020 from Flamengo in Brazil, only making his 10th appearance in the Premier League. Pablo Mari. Here he is on the ball. Over to Granit Xhaka. Ceballos again peeling left in the Sheffield United half. Got Thomas Partey in support in the midfield, and he'll give it to him and give him back to Ceballos. I'm just going to hear the sound of the stream. Okay. Sounds fine. Because I've got it full volume, so I'm just making sure it doesn't sound rubbish, basically. Ceballos. Still on loan from Real Madrid, not yet a permanent member of the Arsenal squad. Dani Ceballos. And he's got it on the ball. He's on the ball again on the left-hand side. He's got Partey in the midfield. Decides to switch it towards Callum Chambers on the right and uses the winger, Nicholas Pepe, inside towards Saka. But it falls to Thomas Partey instead, who fancies a long-range strike. Deflects over to the right-back Chambers, who puts a deflected crossing himself. Stopped by Norwood and cleared off Saka and loops in the sky as Chambers brings it down on the edge. Can't quite get past Norwood as he's been tackled, and it's now Osborne in the left wing back position. Fleck. Norwood. All the way back to Ramsdale's going to have to backtrack for it and just clip it towards Baldock, who brings it down nicely. Sheffield United with the majority of the possession, 55% of it. McGoldrick. Now with Norwood, again in that defensive third for Sheffield United. Ampadu. Left-footed ball clipped forward almost as far as Thomas Partey. And his pass has been intercepted by Oliver Burke doing his defensive duties. And Sheffield have the ball again. Even though it's in their own half, at least they've got their foot on the ball and trying to be as positive as they can. Edna Stevens working out wide left to Osborne. Got pressure from Nicholas Pepe. So has to go back to Edna Stevens. All the way to Aaron Ramsdale. He's going to have a lot of touches this game. Ramsdale, they're using the keeper a lot in possession in their own half. Sheffield United. Stevens. Down the line. Osborne can't get beyond Nicholas Pepe. A fair challenge, I thought. But as a commentator, I've been proved wrong, apparently, according to the referee. Osborne tried to get forward. I thought it was quite a fair challenge from Pepe. Got his body in front of Osborne and took the ball away. I think that's a bit harsh. Don't think there's anything wrong with that, but a free kick anyway. Oh, there's a free kick now for Arsenal as Ben Osborne commits a challenge on Callum Chambers. And that'll be a free kick. It's on the halfway line on the right-hand side. Or has it gone out for a throw-in? It's gone out for a throw-in, out of play. To be fair, I didn't think that free kick was a rightly given decision by the referee. I thought Nicholas Pepe won it fairly. No, used his body to out-strengthen Osborne and then took the ball away. It's holding. Chambers. Saka, who is being used in a midfield role today. So we should see the best out of Bukayo Saka. Ceballos down the line towards Martinelli. Sliding challenge from Ampadu, but Martinelli's got it beyond him. But he's not got it beyond George Baldock because Sheffield United tackle him and win the ball back. Edna Stevens on the edge of the 18-yard, tries to bring it forward, nearly dispossessed by Lacazette and Pepe and Saka, but he's got it away from them all. And Sheffield United somehow keep possession there, risky by Edna Stevens. Lacazette, Pepe and Saka all going for it. Ben Osborne clears it down the left-hand side, and Oliver Burke will give chase, but he will run to Holding, who will go back to Bert Leno. The ball's a little loose. He just about works it to Xhaka as McGoldrick was trying to chase down the ball. It's Pablo Mari bringing it out from the back for Arsenal. It's now with Granit Xhaka, only playing around 10 or so minutes in the reverse fixture at the Emirates. Granit Xhaka, it's his 5th time playing the Blades. Pablo Mari lifts a ball in behind, down the left towards Martinelli. Ramsdale's gone for it and he's got there on the edge of the box. Very confident goalkeeping as he denied a certain goal there for Martinelli, because if he got him beyond the goalkeeper, he had an open goal. Sweeper keeper from Ramsdale. And he's got the ball here and he clears it off Lacazette, and fortunately for Ramsdale, it bounced right into his hands. Thankful hands to say the least. Really poor that from Ramsdale. He's gone from doing some great keeping to some poor goalkeeping. He's just got the ball back and, like he's been doing, looking to clear it upfield. It came right off the Frenchman and right into his hands. Very fortunate as he clears it out of his hands this time, and it's gone long and far, and it's gone right to Granit Xhaka, who can just head it back to Bernd Leno. And Arsenal have possession. Game of longies there with Ramsdale and Leno. One side of the pitch to the other. Now Granit Xhaka in the left back area, and the Arsenal half switches it over to Rob Holding. Forward to Saka, finds its way to Callum Chambers, who looks to burst forward, tackled by Osborne, but thankfully for him it fell to Thomas Partey. His pass is poor, falls to Stevens, who looks to bring it forward. His touch has gone out of play and it will be an Arsenal throw-in. Ooh, he's gone for a Sheffield United throw-in. I'm sure that came off Stevens last, as he looked to bring the ball away for Sheffield, but again I must have seen it wrong. And it's a Sheffield United throw-in with Osborne getting the return from Fleck, tackled by Saka. And that's another Sheffield United ball in the final third as Saka tries to asked the question of is it an Arsenal ball? He thought it might have gone the other way. And the left wing back Osborne throws it into Fleck again, gets it back. He's going to try and put a right-footed cross in, which is deflected to Ceballos. Nods it down to Lacazette. He'll start the counter-attack. Saka on the right, inside to Ceballos. Back heel to Lacazette. Great play. First time ball to the left to Martinelli. Can he take on Baldock? He's in the box, on the left. Decides to shoot with his left off the side netting. Good play from Arsenal. Positive play. Counter-attacking, first time passing. Then as Martinelli down the left, worked the space for a shot. He got enough power on it, but didn't get the accuracy, and the side netting it went. But like I said, Arsenal fans will see the positive side of that counter-attack. Quick play. Shifted it past Baldock. Quick feet. Shot. Don't think it was ever going to beat Ramsdale, though, even if it had snuck on target. I think he had it covered, the goalkeeper. It's Ramsdale towards the left-hand side, where Osborne is dispossessed by Callum Chambers. And it's now forward to Nicholas Pepe. Party halfway line is with Pepe again. Oh, poor ball, lazy ball, looking for Xhaka on the left, and it's picked up now with Lundstrom, who has to work it away from Dani Ceballos, and he does do so. Back to the right-hand side centre-back of Ethan Ampadu. Egan to Stevens on the left-hand side. As he brings it forward, is he going to look to venture into the Arsenal half, which he has done so, the centre-back. Inside to Fleck. Now to McGoldrick, who's dropped deep for the ball. And finds the right-hand side where Ethan Ampadu will sprint forward with the ball in his possession. And find Baldock. Back to Ampadu. Once more backwards to Norwood, who switches out wide left to Stevens. All Sheffield United outfield plays in the Arsenal half. Osborne on the left. He's got options down the line. He will use Edna Stevens, who can work across here into the box towards McGoldrick. Goes over his head, and as he's gone for the ball, he's pushed Xhaka in the air and concedes the free kick there in the Arsenal box. Just over 25 minutes in. Sheffield United 0, Arsenal 0. Even game. Sheffield United not created too many chances. We have had a shot by McGoldrick, which went just past the post. And we had a few chances for Arsenal. Quite even, though, within the first 25 minutes of the game. This Chambers has it. Back to Holding on the edge of the 18-yard box. Finds Leno, the goalkeeper. Over to Xhaka, who chests it down. And looks for a ball inside to Partey, who's been found unmarked. And he can just calmly play it over to Holding as Arsenal look to bring the ball forward and push out of their own half now. With Callum Chambers, formerly of Southampton, the right back. Was there for 12 years from 2002 to 2014 before making the switch to Arsenal. But they've gone right to left here with Martinelli now on the ball. Goes to Ceballos on the edge of the box. Tidy footwork to get past McGoldrick, and he keeps the ball for Arsenal. Lays it into Thomas Partey. Signed from Atletico Madrid in the summer. Holding back to the halfway line with Pablo Mari. Partey to the left to Xhaka. Plays the ball forward to Martinelli, who's one-on-one with Baldock. Does he fancy taking him on? No, he doesn't. Just plays it back to Ceballos. Xhaka switched the ball to Chambers. He's got Nicholas Pepe in support. Uses him. Poor touch, and it allows Osborne to win it and take it away from him. And Sheffield United now have the ball with Norwood. Ball over the top. He's going to give chase now. Burke against Holding, who does head the ball, and Mari comes over to help out his centre-back teammate and take the ball away from Burke and set off Arsenal on another attack with Partey playing it forward to Saka. One touch ball looking for Pepe, and he does find him, but he touches poor. It allows Edna Stevens to clear it away out for a throw-in. But some good passing here. First touch passing from Arsenal when attacking. Trying to keep it smooth. It's Chambers with a throw-in. One of many Southampton Academy prospects who fulfilled the potential and moved to a bigger club. As he throws it to Holding. Tackled by Oliver Burke, and a throw-in for Arsenal. It's taken quickly by Chambers, looking for Lacazette. Cut out by Stevens, and Osborne can't quite clear it as he looks to get beyond the onrushing Arsenal player, and he run out of pitch and concedes the throw-in for his team, and Arsenal have it, and they throw it back this time towards the halfway line to Pablo Mari. Shifts it over to Granit Xhaka, kind of shows the injury crisis they have. Arsenal with Xhaka playing left back. They haven't really got a backup left back. Cedric can play there, the right back, but it's not really his favoured position as Chambers looks to get a cross in, cut out by Osborne, cleared down the line by Edna Stevens, all as far as Rob Holding, who's come forward for the ball, and finds Chambers inside to Saka. Finds Lacazette. Now Thomas Partey. Lacazette, Partey on the edge. Does he fancy a strike? Tries to get it through to Saka. Doesn't quite work out, but he has got the ball back now. Thomas Partey. With Xhaka now on the ball. Ceballos coming in from that left-hand side again. Doing a bit of a Pogba role, you could say. You know, as Pogba plays that inside left role. It's now Martinelli. He's an out-and-out left winger. He's Lacazette, who's dropped into like a central midfield role here. The striker. There's been talks of him leaving the club in the summer to boost funds for new players. His party's got it to Saka, who's been penalised for handball there, as he thought he was pushed in the back, so he just caught the ball thinking he was going to get the free kick. Peter Banks saw it differently and gave it the other way for handball. No. Definitely not a free kick by John Egan. Just going towards the back of him, just putting a bit of pressure on Saka more than anything. Not a foul, so Edna Stevens has it now for Sheffield United. Switched the ball towards Lundstram. Heads on towards McGoldrick. Can't win it against Mari. And Arsenal have it back. Nice little back heel by Ceballos to Partey to keep Arsenal in possession of the ball. We're just under half an hour in. It's still 0-0. Wonder who will draw the first blood. Remember, this is the 10th game between these two teams in the Premier League. And every time there's been a victorious team, it's the home team. And the away team has never won in this game. There has been draws. There have been 4 draws when they played in the Premier League, but when there's been a winner, it's been the home team. Will we get the same this time? As Arsenal still in possession with Xhaka. Switch ball. Does find Callum Chambers, the number 21, who's getting a run in the side. It is only his 4th game of the season, as Pepe was nearly found in behind. Headed away by Osborne, only as far as Bukayo Saka, who uses Ceballos on the left, cuts inside, edge of the box, decides to strike it, and it's deflected, and it is kept out by Ramsdale as he caught it as well. It's unlucky there by Arsenal. Saka chested it down, worked it out wide left. It's actually Martinelli, sorry, not Ceballos. And he worked onto his right foot there, and it deflected off the back of Norwood, and thankfully Ramsdale sorted his feet out quick enough to avoid the ball from going in the back of his net for the 53rd time this season in the Premier League. Ramsdale clears it long towards McGoldrick. Can't quite flick it on, and Holden heads it forward towards Saka. Keeps the pressure away. Takes it away from Stevens. Ball forward to Lacazette. Holds it up. Completes the 1-2. Bukayo Saka. Out wide left it goes to Martinelli. 1-on-1 with Baldock. Down the byline. Crosses it all the way through to Chambers at the back post, who shoots, and Edna Stevens clears off the line. And it falls back to the right, back to Chambers, who will look to work a crossing maybe. Can't quite find the angle, so uses Saka, who gets tackled by McGoldrick, and the pressure is released by Sheffield United if they can clear this. Norwood to Egan. Now to Osborne. Down the line towards McGoldrick, who can't flick it on or even bring it down in his possession. So Arsenal have the ball back. Forward to Ceballos. Left to Xhaka. Martinelli's looked dangerous when he's got on the ball. Decides not to pass it to him yet. Ceballos over to Pepe, who's just drifted in from the right, sort of more centrally placed. Chambers. Thomas Partey, around 30 yards away from goal, plays it forward to Lacazette. First time to Saka, looks to find Ceballos, flicks it to Lacazette, who places it into the bottom right corner, and that is a beautiful Arsenal goal. The captain scores. Lacazette is just starting to hit a vein of form in the Premier League. That is now 4 goals in his last 6 in the Premier League. And that tiki-taka one-touch passing football for Arsenal pays off, as they do finally take the lead against rock-bottom Sheffield United. And it's very much deserved. Chambers on the right found Thomas Partey in the middle. Lacazette to Saka, to the edge of the box to Ceballos, who was able to just backheel it towards the running Lacazette, who found space in behind, took it in his stride, one touch, Thierry Henry fashion, opened up the body, curled it into the far corner. Ramsdale can't help that and can't stop it from going in. And Arsenal take the lead with a great bit of football by their attacking players, and they're just going to have to look now for their defensive players to do the job and keep a clean sheet if they can. It's Sheffield United 0. Lacazette making it 1 for Arsenal. Beautiful goal. The best part of it was that Ceballos back heel got the ball from Saka, who I think may have been looking for Lacazette, who was making a run in behind, but it fell to Ceballos, who did help it forward to the run of Lacazette, who got on the ball, got away from Ampadu, and slotted it into the back of the net for 1-0 to Arsenal. From kick-off, McGoldrick found it from the ball forward, tackled though by Xhaka, and Arsenal have the ball back with Bernd Leno. 33 minutes played, and Lacazette have put the Gunners ahead against the Blades. Rob Holding. To Chambers, forward to Saka again, getting in between the lines of defensive midfield and uses the goal scorer Lacazette. Can he return the favour? Trying to find Saka in the box. His touch is just too heavy and falls to Ramsdale in the end, but unfortunate play again from Arsenal. Saka broke forward, found Lacazette, found his way in the box. He would have been onside if he'd just been able to take the ball under control a little bit better. Couldn't do so, unfortunately. And he gave it to the goalkeeper Ramsdale, but looks like Arsenal are just starting to really find their feet in this game. 10 minutes before the break. Ramsdale out of his hands, kicks it quite far forward, and it's headed away by Holding for a throw-in. So Osborne in the Arsenal half. Fleck, Osborne, back to Fleck. Surrounded by Arsenal players as he tries to poke it back towards Osborne, but it's too much on it, goes under his foot, and an Arsenal throw-in it'll be. Chambers has the throw-in, finds Thomas Partey, back to Chambers, finds Rob Holding, he's going to clear it down that right-hand side of Arsenal's, looking for Pepe, header won by Stevens, out for another throw-in for Arsenal. Maybe Callum Chambers to take, like I said, he's not played many games this season, Chambers, he's only played 4, including this one today. 3 of the last 4 he has played. The one he hasn't played in that run was against Spurs, where he was on the bench. But in the likes of the game against West Ham, he played and even got man of the match after supplying some fantastic crosses down that right-hand side. And he looks to be playing quite positively as well in this game. Callum Chambers, because he has got 3 England caps. He came in 2014, and every single one of those caps was when he played at right-back. He's usually a centre-back, but he can play right-back, and he played there when he did get a call up for England, and he's playing there now for Arsenal in 2021. As Lacazette has it, shifts it out wide left to Martinelli. Back to Ceballos, and once more to Xhaka. We've got to get in Arsenal. It's Mikel Arteta. Will be delighted. It's Bukayo Saka on the ball. Pepe, Saka. It's in the midfield, not really rushing it too much, Arsenal. Not needing to force it as much as they may have been doing before, because they have got that goal now and they've got something to defend. Xhaka clips it forward over the top. Has he beat the offside trap here, Martinelli? He's got onto it. Flag stays down. Takes on Baldock. Looks for a pass inside. Deflects, I think, in the end off Ampadu. And falls to Norwood. And Sheffield United can clear forward up towards their front men, McGoldrick. He does take that ball and find Osborne. Back to Stevens. And again, they look to be boxed in their own half here. Sheffield United, as they've shifted it over to the right to Ampadu. First time ball to... A ball first time by Lundstrom over to Baldock. His touch is poor and he can't be keeping it in on that right hand side, and he does concede the throw-in the end. George Baldock, really poor that. It was a testing ball by Lundstrom, who played it first time around the corner. It'll be Xhaka to take this throw-in on the left hand side. Takes it eventually. Well, we're still waiting. Granit Xhaka to take. Here we go. Throws it down the line for Lacazette, right in that corner flag on the Arsenal left. Tries to get beyond Ampadu. Can't quite do so, and he gets it out for a throw-in for Sheffield United as he was stuck in that corner. Couldn't get beyond the Welsh international, Ethan Ampadu. And Ethan Ampadu, 20 years old, 22 Welsh appearances. I think it's quite impressive for such a young player, obviously on loan from Chelsea, like I've said before. Did spend a bit of last season at RB Leipzig. You might remember him playing against Tottenham in the round of 16 last season. He played in that game. He only played 7 times for Leipzig. 3 of them were in the Champions League. So a bit of a contrast. He's gone from Leipzig to Sheffield United. He's got a bit of both worlds, Champions League football and then a bit of struggling Premier League football. Ceballos has it for Arsenal as Sheffield United lose possession once again. It's now with Xhaka into Martinelli. Looks to get it back to Lacazette, cut out by Ampadu. It's now with Lundstrom, pokes it to Norwood. Goes back to John Egan, the captain for today's game. Osborne. Plays Edna Stevens. Forced all the way back to the goalkeeper now. Arsenal doing that really well and just forcing Ramsdale long, which the ball can be picked up by Holding as he heads it back forward, but then back to where it came from by Edna Stevens as he does find McGoldrick, but he can't keep it in possession, but neither can Callum Chambers as it's fell back to Sheffield United in a big shock. John Fleck, misplaced pass, and an Arsenal throw, and it is. Bit of yo-yo there. Arsenal ball, Sheffield United has it, then Arsenal, Sheffield United, out for throw. Bit of misplaced pass in there, but Arsenal will look to try and cut that out now as they go on the attack, searching for a second, trying to double their lead before the half-time break. It's Granit Xhaka. Forward to Lacazette, now back to Pablo Mari, the centre-half. Works over to Rob Holding inside the Arsenal half. It's now Partey. Thomas Partey, who was signed from Atletico Madrid, has won a few European titles in his time. He won the Europa League with Atletico Madrid in the 2017-18 season, and at the start of the season after that, in the 2018-19 season, he won the UEFA Super Cup. As Arsenal has won a corner, they played the ball forward towards Pepe, but it came off Osborne last. And Pepe in the end just saw it out for a corner kick, so it'll be a chance to again score for Arsenal. Being swinging cross from the Ivorian. Will he be able to make the most of it? Again, he's got options to aim for. The likes of Chambers, Holding, Mari, Partey, like I was just talking about. Can he find the right cross? Here we go. In swinging ball from Pepe towards the near post. Flicked on by Lacazette. It falls to Gabriel Martinelli. His strike is deflected and just wide of the left-hand side post. The keeper's right-hand side post. And away for another corner on the opposite side. Flicked on by Lacazette and it fell to Martinelli quite nicely as Stevens tried to clear. And as it was going goal-bound, McGoldrick threw himself at it and deflected it away for another corner. As Sheffield survive another scare. And there'll be Pepe going from one side to the other to take the resulting corner. So there'll be an outswinging this time as they are surrounding the 6-yard box here, Arsenal. Peter Banks just making sure everyone behaves themselves. Yeah, I think he might go short here, Pepe. Everyone in that 6-yard box pretty much surrounding the goalkeeper. Oh no, it'll be Pepe to swing it in first time. No, taking it short by Nicolas Pepe. Crosses it in. Cleared away by Oliver Burke, who will feed it through towards Osborne. Oh, he comes off the back of his heel and goes all the way back to Ceballos, who tries to charge another attack. Lacazette, edge of the box, fancies a shot, blocked by Norwood. Lundstrom plays it forward, back heel by Osborne to Burke as Sheffield United look to bring it forward, but he's been tackled by Lacazette, doing his dirty work and his defensive duties, and wins the ball back for Arsenal. Coming up towards half-time. And Arsenal in possession again. They did finally get a foothold of the game, probably around 20 minutes into the half. Sheffield got forward a few times, had more possession for a lot of it. But eventually Arsenal got a foothold in the game and got the goal in the process. It's Partey, he's been dispossessed in midfield there by Norwood, and Burke works it to McGoldrick on the edge of the box, enters the box. Can he take it around Holding? Yes, he can, on the byline. He's going to let it go for a corner because there was pressure coming over to McGoldrick, so he didn't fancy trying to take on another Arsenal player. But Partey there, just around 25-30 yards out away from the Arsenal goal, just got caught in possession and nearly led to a Sheffield United goal in that attack, but they've got another chance to score through the corner kick. Centre-backs coming forward of Ampadu and Egan. Burke's in there as well with Lundstrom. They take it short to Fleck, though. He then goes back to the original taker, Norwood, who then crosses it in, headed away by Holding to the Arsenal left-hand side. Kept alive by Egan, who volleys it, and it's been saved by Leno. Easy save in the end for the German as the centre-back and captain John Egan look to try and score his first goal of the season. Couldn't quite do so. He won the ball ahead of the number 21, Chambers, and was able to get a left-footed volley away as it came off his head first, and then struck it with a nice sweet volley. Caught it nicely, but Leno was equal to it. Lacazette again dropping into a midfield role to keep the ball. Now Partey, who's not lost it this time, he's shifted out wide left to Ceballos. Looks for the gap in between centre-back and right wing-back, but couldn't quite get it to Martinelli, but Ampadu had to slide in and clear away for an Arsenal throw-in. Next commentary is on Tuesday night. 8 o'clock, Chelsea versus Porto. Chelsea are 2-0 up on aggregate. Can they see that through? And then the next Premier League commentary, if I'm not wrong, let me get it up, but I think it's Everton versus Tottenham on Friday night. Here it is, Everton versus Spurs at Goodison. Friday night, 8 o'clock. That's the next one. Lacazette gets it from the throw. Lifts it in towards Martinelli. Cut out, though, by the head of Oliver Norwood. And a corner kick it'll be for Arsenal. As we are about to hit the 45th minute, I wonder how long will be added on. It'll be interesting to see. Maybe a minute, I'd guess. Yeah, 1 minute added on. So we've got another corner for Arsenal. Pepe just slowly making his way over to the Arsenal left to take another out-swinging corner. It'll be a deadly blow for Sheffield if they do concede now. 1-0 and 2-0, especially right on the brink of half-time, is a big, big difference. It takes all kind of hope out of you when you concede right before half-time. But Arsenal won't mind putting more daggers in the wounds of Sheffield United. Pepe swings the ball in again towards the near post, helped on by Lacazette, deflects and cleared away in the end by Edna Stevens for a throw-in for Arsenal. Still in that final third. So we've played 53 seconds. Now 55 seconds of that minute added on. Will it be a throw-in for Arsenal? Will they be able to take it in time? Not too sure. Is there a VAR check maybe? There is a VAR check. Possible handball maybe? Or a foul. Lacazette flicked it on, and as Norwood was going towards the ball, he's slid in and gone right through the back of Chambers. I think it was accidental, yeah, nothing given. Play continues, and that's half-time. Ceballos throwing it towards Lacazette, and he just volleyed it into the stands as the whistle was blown. And he is the man, Lacazette, to give Arsenal the lead at half-time. Sheffield United 0, Arsenal 1. It's been quite a heavily contested game within the first 15-20 minutes, but as the quality of Arsenal starting 11 shone through, they did get a foothold in the game, and that's why they do go in at the break 1-0 up. Like I said, Sheffield United had a few little chances at the start of the game. The main one was McGoldrick's strike on his left foot that just went wide of the post. But then from then pretty much, and that shot was around the 15th, 20th minute, and then for the next half an hour or so, it was all Arsenal keeping a lot of the possession, 60% of it overall, getting away 2 shots, 2 of them on target, and 1 of them resulting in a goal. And that was Lacazette on the 33rd minute mark. It was a great football. Partey got it from the right-hand side, threaded it through to Saka on the edge of the box. First time ball looking for Ceballos, who then backheeled it into the path of Lacazette, who'd made a run inside, picked it up, right-footed, opened up the body, and squeezed it into that far-right corner. And that is what gives Arsenal a lead at the break. Can they keep hold of it? I'm sure they will if they keep playing the way they are. But like I said, they have not kept a clean sheet in their last 14 games. The last time they did was on the 30th of January against Manchester United in a 0-0 draw. But this will push them up to 9th as well, Arsenal. Put them on 45 points, same as Leeds, but they've got 6 better goal difference currently. Played the same amount of games as well. They'll be 2 points behind Everton in 8th, but they have 2 games in hand. But more importantly, they'll be 4 points behind Tottenham, and they play the same amount of games as their rivals. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top come the end of the season after the 38 games. Remember, this is the 31st game week, so we are coming towards the end of the season, unfortunately. But we do have the Euros after this, which should be very exciting for everyone involved. But I will just run through the upcoming commentaries. I did mention a few then, but I've got a few more scheduled as well. So we've got Chelsea versus Porto, the second leg on Tuesday, the 13th of April at 8 o'clock. Make sure you're there to see how that one plays out, see who will book their place in the semi-final of the Champions League. And then on the Friday night football, we have got Everton versus Spurs on the 16th of April, another 8 o'clock kickoff. And then after that, on the 21st of April, which I think is a Wednesday. Yes, it is a Wednesday. We'll have Spurs, who were just beaten today by Manchester United. We'll have them against Southampton at home at 6 o'clock on Wednesday. And that is in 10 days' time. And then the weekend game of that is Aston Villa versus West Brom. Another Sunday night game at 7 o'clock. So same time in 2 weeks, Aston Villa, West Brom, Midlands derby, 25th of April, 7 p.m. kickoff. And then after that, we have got no others actually scheduled. But I know on the midweek of the 25th, so the 27th or the 28th, depending on which one I decide to pick, is the Champions League semi-final first leg. So that is either the 27th or 28th of April. So some big commentaries coming up to finish off the month of April. And it could, some of those games could really see the end goal for certain clubs like Chelsea. If they get through on Tuesday, they've got a semi-final to look forward to. If they do get to the semi-final, I will be commentating on the Chelsea semi-final because I've done their round of 16, I've done their quarter-final. I want to do their semi-final before the final, which I won't be commentating on because BT Sport usually they allow themselves to televise it live on YouTube, so there's no need for me to commentate on it because you can literally watch the game with commentary as well, so I usually just leave that out. But I will be doing the semi-final, and I'll be doing the Chelsea. What say Porto go through, I'll be doing Porto Madrid or Porto Liverpool, or I'll be doing Chelsea Madrid, Chelsea Liverpool. So yeah, look forward to that in about 2.5 weeks time. Some big games though. Everton, Spurs, both of them looking for Champions League football if they can, Europa League minimum. And Spurs, Southampton, so we'll have back-to-back Spurs commentary. So if you know a Spurs fan or you're interested in Spurs, make sure you're here on the channel on the 16th and the 21st, and then Aston Villa, West Brom. It's always a big game, Aston Villa, West Brom, such a big rivalry. That's also important for West Brom. If they want any chance of staying up, they'll definitely have to try and win that game alongside the one they've got tomorrow against Southampton at home. So the upcoming commentaries, make sure you're here for as many as you can. Sheffield United rock bottom. A lot of points away from safety. They're actually 18 points away from safety. 18 points away from Newcastle, who got a big win today at Burnley. 2-1 after being 1-0 behind to Sean Dyche's men. And another big win for United as well, beating Spurs 3-1, coming from behind after getting their first goal disallowed for a foul by McTominay. And then McTominay didn't let that affect him. They got back in the game eventually. Manchester United. Who scored? Fred scored the first, Cavani scored the second, Greenwood scored the third in the end, right late on Greenwood, scoring a few goals recently. Hearing there is some beef between Mourinho and Solskjaer. He says Sonny is very lucky that his father is a better person than Ollie, because a father you have always to feed your kids. It doesn't matter what they do. If you have to steal to feed your kids, you steal. I think Mourinho's lost the plot. Because I think Solskjaer said, if my son stays down for 3 minutes and needs 10 mates to help him up, he won't get any food. That's why. Interesting. Really interesting. Because I'm not going to lie, my view of the incident, the Son and McTominay one, was I don't think it was a foul by McTominay. It was the slightest, and I mean slightest of touches on the face. It shouldn't have really made him stay down. I'm on Solskjaer's side here. Maybe not about the I won't feed my kids any food. I don't know what that's all about. But in terms of the fact that he said Son shouldn't have stayed down for 3 minutes and get all that, like he had the medics and all that surrounding him. Like, if you saw the incident, you'd be like, you don't need that. Like, he caught his face, but he doesn't need, you know, the medical staff on. You kind of just, you know, it might hurt a little bit, might need a bit of ice or something, but then you just get up. I didn't agree with that, and I think he definitely tried to over-exaggerate his injury to try and help his case for getting the goal disallowed. But those comments about if he was my son, he wouldn't be getting any food, and then Mourinho saying Son's grateful Solskjaer isn't his father. It's just a bit of a weird analogy, and he's just used it against him. But personally, I think Solskjaer's right there. Wasn't a foul, should have been a goal. Mourinho, I think, is just using any excuse he can to try and deflect away from the fact his team has lost 3-1 against a big European rival. Where are these likes coming from? Thank you, everyone who's liked. We've gone from about 5 to 9, 10, or 9. Whoever's liked, thank you very much. We've gone from about 5 to 10, or 5 to 9 in about 2 seconds. That was incredible. Any new subscribers we have, or whoever subscribed, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Love a new subscriber. Remember, like I attempt 2 commentaries a week. Next week, technically we'll have 3, because we've got Tuesday, Friday. No, we won't. I've got my weeks mixed up. 2 a week, definitely I do. Or I try and do anyway. I used to do 1 a week, and then do like 2 a week if there was Champions League football, but now there's like the football all days of the week, isn't there? So it allows me to do 2 a week. So yeah, obviously this week we've had Chelsea, Porto, Sheffield, Arsenal. We've got Chelsea, Porto again, and then we've got Everton, Spurs. So 2 a week. So when you subscribe, you are not subscribing for me then to go away for a month and come back. It is 2 commentaries a week, every time. So you know it's consistent upload. That's basically what I'm trying to say. There is a reason to subscribe, if you know what I mean. So yeah, make sure you do subscribe. 9 likes after. I know we were on about 4, I think, or 5, and then I was just talking about that Solskjaer Mourinho United incident. It shot up. So thank you to everyone who subscribed, liked, and all that. It's been fantastic. I hope you stay around for the second half of this game, which looks like to be an interesting encounter as Sheffield looks to try and get back in the game. But I know what Mourinho means with Solskjaer's comment about I wouldn't feed him if he was my child, but then I agree with Solskjaer by saying Son should not have been down for 3 minutes. I think he was over, dramatising the situation to try and get into the ref's head that it was worse than it was. And it worked in the end because the goal was disallowed, but United had the last laugh as they won 3-1. But Solskjaer has said the game is gone. It's absolutely gone. Solskjaer's not holding back about VAR. He's completely right. Some of the decisions as of late have just been shocking by VAR in every single way. Especially those 2 offsides. The Wolves one against Fulham and Diogo Jota against Aston Villa yesterday. Those 2 offsides were ridiculous. The same today with that McTominay on Son. Don't think that's a foul at all. So I completely agree with Solskjaer with everything he's saying. Wasn't a foul. VAR is killing the game because the referees are not being able to use VAR right. And it's a shame because it can be a great tool to improve the game, and they've just not done that yet. So hopefully over the summer they can maybe review VAR and try and improve it for next season. The other reason as well, I looked at that because my mate messaged me saying, have you seen the Mourinho interview? Well, obviously, I'm not seeing the interview. I just saw that line of it. But, yeah, thank you to everyone who's liked. Where did it come from? This happened in the last stream. It was weird in the last stream as well. And if anyone can comment on this and help, that would be fantastic. If you can't, then obviously don't worry. But it happened in the last stream, right? Porto, Chelsea. We must have finished the stream, right, with about 15 likes it was. It was a bit mental. And now the video's uploaded. and all that, it then went down to 8 likes. So unless these are like weird bots or something, which is a bit annoying, I'd rather just have 5 likes and they've all been from actual people than bots, if you know what I mean. It's like a false number, isn't it? But that was weird. So it might happen again. I might finish with 15 likes, and then once it's actually uploaded fully, it might go down to like 7 or 8, like it did that Porto Chelsea one. Because that was a bit weird. Because like I said, I've got about 15 likes on the Porto Chelsea one, and it went down to 8 now. So it might just be bots or something, like automated ones going liking videos. I don't know. It's a bit weird. If anyone can help me on that, that'd be great. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen. These are all, proper likes, which I'm gonna believe they are. If you've got any mates who don't know the channels, please recommend, just get them to subscribe. Even if they don't watch, if they subscribe, then it gets the channel out more, gets it more recognition. But half time will be over very soon. We've just hit 8 o'clock, so about a minute or two before the start of the second half. Second half. Time has been there. There we go. Oh, so yeah. Oh, let's move that over the side a little bit. Look at that. Why is that doing? What is it doing? Make your mind up. Which way are you going, lad? There we go. One little bit ahead, just dangling. Second half, I'm going to predict 3-0 to Arsenal. I just think they'll have too much for Sheffield United in the end, because some of the football they're playing is actually quite impressive, like the one-touch passing, like for the goal, and they did it a few times before the goal, like one-touch passing, counter-attacking. So I think it'll be 3-0 to Arsenal. Sorry, Sheffield United. Porto, Chelsea, or Chelsea, Porto. I keep getting the wrong way around. It's Chelsea, Porto. Played at Sevilla again, Sevilla Stadium, like the first leg, but it technically counted as Chelsea's away leg, that first game, so they are going into that one with 2 away goals and a 2-goal lead, which is even better, stopping Porto from scoring any goals that game, despite creating quite a few chances, quite a few more than Chelsea, but they weren't really able to take them. And then when Chelsea did get through and got into scoring chances and opportunities, they took them, and fair play, they scored 2 goals and they got the advantage they needed. As Arsenal are coming back out now for the second half to get underway. WrestleMania tonight, 1 AM. Anyone interested? Never got into wrestling, to be honest. It's not similar to football at all. Well, some of it is. Some of the acting is in football. Similar to WWE, the way they go down. But we're not interested in that. We're interested for the second half of Sheffield United versus Arsenal. With Sheffield United to kick off, kicking left to right, Arsenal right to left. As we're just waiting for the referee's whistle, and we're back on the way with John Fleck ready to take the kick off for Sheffield United. Just counting the amount of players on each half. Peter Banks, the referee, setting his watch. He blows the whistle, and we're underway. With Fleck playing it to Norwood, moving it out wide right to George Baldock, and over to John Egan, the central centre-back, and we are back underway in this game and the late Sunday night kick-off. With Edna Stevens lifting it down the line, looking for Osborne, cut out by Chambers, falls to Ceballos, who can't keep it under control, and it falls to McGoldrick in the end, who can try and shape a shot, and it's always going over the crossbar due to a deflection by Granit Xhaka. And Sheffield United starting the half off right. Ceballos couldn't keep possession from pressure from Lundstrom. Fell to McGoldrick as it just skimmed off Granit Xhaka. It ended up falling for a Sheffield United corner, which they're going to be taking now with Ben Osborne, the man currently holding the ball. Will he be the man to take it? I think it will be. Takes it short to Norwood. Back to John Fleck on the left foot. Entered the box to McGoldrick. First time ball in the box, looking for Lundstrom. Cleared away. Only as far as Edna Stevens on the halfway line for Sheffield United. Lifts it back into the box. Headed away by Martinelli. Only as far as Norwood, who brings it down on the byline. Lifts it towards the back post. Can the header be won by Egan? It can. Punched away by Leno. Falls towards Osborne, who again can't keep it under control. And out it goes for a goal kick for Arsenal. John Egan, though, in the end of that attack, got a header on the ball. And it caused Bernd Leno to punch the ball away instead of hold it. Let's have a look. Lifted in. Nice little ball. It actually headed off the hand, I think, of Chambers. Obviously, he couldn't really do anything about it, Chambers. It wasn't an intentional handball. And then instead of catching it, holding was in the way. So Leno opted to punch instead. So goal kick we've got. And here he is with the ball. The goalkeeper. Said John Egan still looking for his first goal of the year. He's got more red cards this season as he's got goals. Did pick up a red card against Aston Villa earlier on in the season. And he's got some defending to do now as Arsenal to bring it forward. Ceballos down the right hand side. Pepe inside. Oh no, Saka inside to Pepe. But as Saka was releasing it to Pepe, he's been swiped out by Stevens. And a free kick it'll be for Arsenal on their right hand side. Stevens isn't happy with the decision. He doesn't think it's a foul, but as Saka played the ball away towards Pepe, it did look like he was taken out. Ceballos tries to take a quick one, but don't think it was even in the position of where the free kick was won. It wasn't, so he's going to have to go further right. For Chambers to take this free kick. Back to Holding. Over towards Granit Xhaka, the makeshift left back for today's game, the Swiss international. Clips it down the line, looking for Martinelli, who will give chase against George Baldock, but he's able to shepherd it back to his goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale. Ramsdale has it. Another clip ball again, out wide, right to Baldock, who chests it down and plays back to Ampadu and turns over to the goalkeeper again. Forward to flat the midfield, or into the midfield. Ramsdale lifts it forward. Can it be brought down or kept in? Yes, it can by Stevens. Into Osborne. Now falls to the striker McGoldrick. Fleck. It's out to Lundstrom. Sheffield have some possession in the Arsenal half. Similar to what happened in the first half. Getting a bit of the ball inside the Arsenal half. But that slowly stopped for the majority of the first half. In the end. It's Ollie Norwood. Nice ball on the ground, out wide right to Baldock as he tried to take on Granit Xhaka. Down the Sheffield right. Falls back to Lundstrom. A ball dinked over the top. Can he find Osborne? He's drifted from the left-hand side to the right. He can, as he's being tackled in the end by Ceballos. And it came off the left wing back last on the right-hand side. And he, in the end, loses the ball for a goal kick. Let's have a look. Ball was put towards him. He brought it down nicely. Ben Osborne, as he was tackled by Ceballos, came off Osborne last, and a goal kick it is, and rightly given. Pablo Mari. So they'll met left back Xhaka in for Kieran Tierney. Ceballos. Ball forward and down the line to Martinelli. Holds it up against Baldock. Nicely done by the young Brazilian winger, and goes inside to Ceballos. Just about keeps it and shifts it to Lacazette. Again, drop deep for the ball, and he can distribute out wide right to Holding, who's going to bring it forward. The former Bolton player signed by Arsene Wenger in his time at the club. One of many signings Wenger made. It's Pepe, 1-2 with Saka. Falls back to Saka as it deflected off John Fleck. Pepe. On the halfway line is Thomas Partey for Arsenal. Shifts it to the left-hand side where Ceballos brings it down. He's got Martinelli to his left. He's got Lacazette to his right and Xhaka behind him. And uses the backwards option of Xhaka, who then goes forward to Lacazette, who's gone to his left-hand side, trying to take on Lundstrom and Baldock. He's been tackled by Baldock in the end and wins the throne for his team, Lacazette. The goal scorer scored today is his 12th Premier League goal. It's his 4th in his last 6 Premier League games. And it's 49 now for his career in the Premier League. One away from the big 50. Can he get it this game? As Ceballos looks to score himself as he wins it back, but tackled in the end and cleared up to Oliver Burke, who works himself away from Holding. He's going to sprint at this left-hand side where Chambers looks to try and tackle him. He gets beyond him as well. He enters the box. Can he release it? No, he can't. Good recovery from Chambers, who was able to get back and challenge him and win the ball after failing a first time. And the throw-in it is for Sheffield. Taking it quickly. Fleck to Osborne down the left. Can they work across with Stevens? No, back they go. Egan. Lundstrom in the midfield asking for it, but goes left again to Stevens, who then finds Lundstrom. Formerly of the Everton Academy, John Lundstrom. Before moving around and then finding a home at Oxford. Before moving to Sheffield United, as he's sprayed it to the right hand side to Norwood. He's gone for a cross, but didn't get his foot around the ball in the end, and it was just a straight hit ball, and it hit the side netting. Nearly caught Leno out, to be fair, as he apologises, Oliver Norwood. He's gone to try and bend the ball in. Like I said, he's just hit it straight instead, didn't get the curl and the bend, and shattered the side netting in the end, unfortunately, for Oliver Norwood. Making his 19th start in the Premier League. Oliver Norwood, he's played 291 Championship appearances for 6 different clubs. The most appearances was with Reading, with only 81 of the 291, and he looks like he will be back in the Championship with Sheffield United unless he gets a move away, which I can't see. So we'll be looking to hit the 300 milestone in the Championship, which isn't a bad level to play at all. As Lacazette looks to bring it away, as he again drops deep for the ball, and he's been pulled off the ball, and the referee sees it as a foul by Lundstrom, and he wins a free kick for his team. Loves doing that, Lacazette, dropping deep for the ball and holding it up, and he does it successfully a lot of the time. Just showing the first goal there, I was really confused. I was like, I swear Arsenal are attacking down that end. There's Arsenal. They've got the ball now with Rob Holding back to Bernd Leno, the goalkeeper, who did win the Confederations Cup in 2017 with Germany, only playing one game, and it was the first game of the tournament against Australia, winning 3-2. One of 8 Germany appearances he's got for his country as they lose the ball here with Pepe, who's from a different continent, from the Ivory Coast. Nicola Pepe, who's lost the ball, unfortunately, for his team. The 25-year-old. Turning 26 in late May, the 29th. His team's got some defending to do if Sheffield United can knock it about quick enough and in a progressive way, forward and up the pitch. It's with Edna Stevens, the left centre-back. Osborne, Fleck into the Arsenal half we go now as he plays it into Burke. Lays it off to Osborne, he's made a run forward, can't quite get it in front of him in the end, and he's been tackled by both Holding and Chambers together, and he's lost the ball, unfortunately, for Sheffield. And they look to bring it forward. Partey looking out wide right to Pepe. Not enough on it in the end, and it allowed Stevens to get there and clear out for a throw-in. Thrown back to Holding inside the Arsenal half. Rob Holding. He sustained really bad injuries, Holding. In his Arsenal career, he's actually been out for 334 days, Rob Holding, at Arsenal. That's 54 games he's missed at the time at the club. He's been there now for coming up to 5 years. That's a lot of football, nearly a year out. Missing 54 games as well. And you've got to remember, they have summers off as well. So that's a lot of football missed, 334 days. But he looks like he's hit peak fitness this season, playing his 30th game of the season in all competitions. But yet to score. Wonder if that will happen today for him. He's only scored twice for Arsenal. Yet to score in the Premier League, unfortunately. Pablo Mari's centre-back partner. Ceballos on the left. Has to be forced back from press from Lundstrom. Going all the way back. Lays it off back to Mari, who helps it down the line to Lacazette, who's now dropped to a left-back position. Hooks it over towards Partey, who then gets it to Ceballos in the midfield. And they've beaten the press and the pressure of Sheffield. And they've worked it to the right-hand side with Chambers, where there's a lot more room. Goes forward to Pepe. A few step-overs. Cutting in from the right onto his left foot and then goes inside to Lacazette, who strikes on the edge of the box. And it's a little too high and a little too wide. And a goal kick for Sheffield. Well worked by Chambers. Found Pepe on the right. Went inside. Laid it off to his striking captain, Lacazette. And he hit it first time right on the edge. Didn't quite catch it as sweet as he would have wanted. And it was always curling wide of the post. And Lacazette again can't find his second of the game. And can't find his 50th Premier League goal. Currently on 49 after 124 appearances he's now playing. He's 124th. Ethan Ampadu. Back to Ramsdale, who works it to Lundstrom, who's having to fill in at a right-back position here as he looks to clear down the line, comes off Ceballos, and Ampadu leaves it and goes out for a goal kick with Ramsdale. But Arsenal have won 13 league titles. You've got to wonder when those days will be back of winning league titles for Arsenal. They had such a strong team in the early 2000s, late 90s. You know, the Invincibles team, you know, when they had Henry, Pires, Ljungberg, you know, Tony Adams as well, part of that. Young Kolo Toure, many fantastic players. Seems like those days are long gone for Arsenal. You know, currently sitting ninth in the Premier League with these 3 points, nowhere near where they were even under Wenger and Unai Emery. But if they are able to go to Slavia Prague and overturn that 1-1 draw with an away goal against them, you know, Champions League football could be a possibility if they go on and win that tournament. But they've got defending to do in the Premier League with this game, with McGoldrick finding the ball in the box, shoots, deflects, headed away by Xhaka in the end and worked away by Thomas Partey, and Saka will drive it away. Not got many options. He tries to skip past Ampadu, which he does do, down the left-hand side. He's got Baldock chasing behind him, who gets across in the end and wins the ball back for his team, and he's brought down by Saka in the end as he tries to chase the full-back. And a free kick for Sheffield United. Frustrating for Saka as he tried to get away there on the counter-attack. Saka just allowed Baldock to get ahead of him and then pushed him to the ground as he did. George Baldock winning the foul, but George Baldock, the right wing back who's yet to score this season, spent 3 months in Iceland back in 2012, from May 2012 to August 2012. I didn't write down the team he played for because I would not have been able to pronounce it. I'll get it up in a minute and I'll have a go. But yeah, played 18 times for the Icelandic team that are now in the second division. He scored once. But an interesting detour in his career back in 2012. Because other than that, he's played in England. But took a 3-month stay in Iceland. Let me try and find out what the team's called, because I was going to write it down, but I just saw the pronunciation. I didn't want to embarrass myself, but let me try it now. IBV, and I can say that. Vestmanna Ieja. Vestmanna Ieja in Iceland. A loan spell when he was at MK Dons. But other than that, he's played in England, so that was a bit of a weird loan spell, but got him out of the country, and I'm sure it was great for him to experience. Always Ramsdale. I mean, Leno has to come and clear, sweeper keeper. As Sheffield United look to get it forward and in behind. How many non-league players do you know? I know a lot of non-league players. I support a non-league team in the National League. My local team, you could say. I know quite a few. I need to do a National League game, don't I, commentary? Because they televised them on BT Sport. So I need to do one. I think I need to do one of them in the future. Playoff. Oh, yes. National League playoff games. I'll definitely have to do commentary on them in a month or two time when they kick off. See how they do on the channel. You know, you've got to test. I tested the watch-alongs. They did okay, but I wasn't really a fan of doing them. So I've decided to not do them anymore. But yeah, definitely try a non-league or a National League playoff commentary just to see how it goes on the channel, because it could get quite a few people in. But yeah, I think who? Well, I can't list them all, but I know quite a few. Yeah, I can't just list them like now off the top of my head. But I know my knowledge is decent in non-league, not too great, but I need to learn a lot more. Pepe has it for Arsenal on the right hand side. He's got the overlap of Chambers, but goes inside to Saka on the edge of the box, who tries a right foot cross in, headed away by Ampadu. Only as far as Lacazette on the left hand side of the box, or on the edge of the box, sorry. Uses the run of Xhaka, who's just venturing further forward with half an hour to go. Back he goes to the halfway line to Pablo Mari. To the left back to Granit Xhaka. As the attack for Arsenal just fizzled down a little bit, but they look to try and regain the flames of the attack. With Chambers now on the right, forward to Saka in space in the box. Works onto his left, can't find a ball inside, deflects away, only as far as Thomas Partey. Now Chambers back out to Pepe. Works it onto his left foot and goes back towards Partey. First time ball looking for Pablo Mari, finds him. and drills it out wide right to Chambers. Pepe inside to Saka, completes a 1-2. It's now with Pepe again. Ball put inside towards Martinelli. It's deflecting all over the place. Falls to Pepe, who tries to get it forward to Lacazette. Cleared to Thomas Partey. Pokes it forward towards Pepe. Egan gets there ahead of him and clears away. Up towards Oliver Burke, who goes up with the ball with Pablo Mari, but couldn't win it. And the ball's back with Arsenal. Alright, who do you know support a name 5? What? Who do you know support a name 5? I'm not going to tell you who I support, because I just don't say that on the channel. But I'll name 5. So obviously we've got John Rooney, obviously. John Rooney. It's hard to name the ones that aren't the ones I support. John Rooney. Oh, hold on. Come back to me. Pepe's on the attack. Definitely not avoiding it. I'm joking. Pepe, Saka. Back to Pepe. Inwards, strikes, deflected towards the back post where Lacazette brings it down and puts it back in towards the edge of the box where Chambers has to nod it down, but it only falls as far as Oliver Burke. He plays it forward to Ben Osborne. Gets away from Bukayo Saka. And Sheffield's now back in. Right, so we've got John Rooney. Why have my head gone blank? I know the players. Shamanga's one of them. I remember him last season. Matty Warburton, he's at Yeovil at the minute. I remember him. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. You're catching me out. And honestly, if I wasn't under pressure, I'd be able to name loads, but my mind's just gone absolutely blank. Because I'm just thinking about the team I support. Obviously, I can name every single player. Yeah, I do. Honestly. Sheffield United still have it, as Arsenal did win it back. And they've had to win it back through fouling, by tackling Martinelli, who's gone down hurt. I've literally got the flag of the team I support here, and I thought it was on show then. Thankfully not. What's happened here? I think he just landed awkwardly, Martinelli, on his ankle, I think, or on his foot. Let's have a look. Challenged by Ampadu. Just caught a little bit, maybe landed awkwardly on his ankle. He stayed on the ground, not great for Martinelli and Arsenal fans. They want to see him as fit as he can, because he's also one who's been out with a lot of injuries. He's missed 197 days injured. That's 38 games. Sheffield United make a double change. Both strikers off, McGoldrick and Burke, and they're being replaced by Ryan Brewster and Oliver McBurney. Notts County Halifax, no. Because there's not many people in, if you get it right, I'll just say. Because it's not that, like, obviously I support that team and I support one in the Premier League as well. So you'll never find out the Premier League one, but I'll let you know the non-league one. Because it's not that deep, is it? Thank you to whoever subscribed as well. Martinelli still on the ground getting treatment. He was just waiting the challenge with Ampadu, and he just caught his ankle, but I think it's the way he landed on his left ankle. I think, yeah. I'm going to give you a clue to which one I support. If you have a few more guesses, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to give you a clue that you can find out. Like I said, I support a Premier League team, obviously, and then I support a non-league side, my local side. Local. Not like 2 minutes away local, but you know what I mean. Top 7 side, yes. Yes. It's exciting. But yeah, if you want to try and find out the Premier League team I support, don't even try, because I've not said. I've commented on them many times, and it's not Chelsea, that's for sure. But I've commented on them a few times. We are back underway. Martinelli's back on the pitch, thankfully. No more games out for him. Obviously, like I said, missed 38 games for Arsenal already in his short career with Arsenal. He's only been there since 2019, the Brazilian. He's already missed so many games and days out injured. As he's going to try to be found here by a long ball by Mari. He's going to give chase with George Baldock. Baldock will get there first and will try and get it away from Martinelli and clear down the line. It does deflect off the winger last. It'll be Sheffield United throwing. Sutton, Wrexham, no. Clue, right, I'll give you a clue. I have done a commentary on them on this channel. That's the clue. is Ramsdale. Has it for Sheffield United. No real pressing from Arsenal on the goalkeeper as he plays it forward to Egan, who will also be pressure-free. And he goes over to Ethan Ampadu. Now Baldock. It'll be interesting to see if that striker change will make a difference. Both strikers off for Sheffield United. McGoldrick and Burke. And Oliver McBurney and Ryan Brewster came on. It's been quite a hard season for Ryan Brewster. Made the big money move around over £20 million from Liverpool, and he's yet to score for the club. He's yet to score in the Premier League this season, and at all. He never played in the Premier League for Liverpool. All of his Premier League appearances have come for Sheffield United, and he's just yet to score. And didn't score for Liverpool's first team as well, as Saka's gone down off the ball. Is that a muscle problem? I think he's touching the thigh. Or is it the groin? I think it's the thigh. We were just having a Sheffield United throw in there, and it's just off the ball. Let's have a look. They were working it down the line. Came off Chambers, and Saka's just gone down. Yeah, off the ball incident. He's obviously felt something like his thigh or something, and he's gone down. Not good to see. As Willian is ready to come on. I don't know if that's to replace Saka, but they've got Aubameyang out ill, Smith Rowe injured, Tierney injured, Ødegaard injured, David Luiz injured. They don't want Bukayo Saka injured. He's probably their best player they've got. He scored 6 goals this season, 7 assists. Did miss the last game against Liverpool in the Premier League. And he did score in the reverse fixture in this game. One of 6 Premier League goals he's got in his career. And when he scored in games, he's not been defeated in his senior Arsenal career. When he scored, they've won 8 and drew 2. Both those draws in Europe. But it looks like with a thigh problem at 1-0 with 22 minutes to go, Bukayo Saka is going to have to come off. That's worrying signs for Arsenal. I think they've just overrun the youngster, only 19, and he's had to be used so much just because of how good he is. Came through the academy, joined in 2008. Bukayo Saka as a 7-year-old. Seems to be reaching his early potential, but we'll try to find where it came from. Might have been a little collision with Ryan Brewster, actually. It looks like they've just shown a replay there like a minute or two ago when he just had a slight collision with Ryan Brewster. So that could have caused the injury, but they've got to replace him, and they're going to have to bring on another man who's yet to score for Arsenal. I'm going to say like another man, but no one. He's not scored for Arsenal yet. Has picked up 7 assists, 5 of them in the Premier League, but yet to score. Wonder when that'll happen. He's also, like Lacazette, searching for his 50th Premier League assist, not goal. Wonder if he'll supply that today. We continue with McBurney heading it on to Ryan Brewster. Flicks to Lundstrom. Helped it on to Osborne. Now to the right wing back. Baldock uses McBurney. Back to Norwood. Osborne on the edge of the box gets it. He's battling with Ceballos, but Ceballos brings it away. And he's met by a strong challenge from Ryan Brewster, who tackles it all the way back to Ampadu, who's just about kept it in. It's definitely not a foul by Ryan Brewster. Won the ball cleanly. It's now Norwood. Looks to find him around the corner. Comes off the head of Xhaka and Mari, and away Arsenal get it in the end. It's Party. Stockport. Good guess. That's all I'm going to say. Good guess. Like I said, my non-league team I support, I'll say that. Premier League, you're not going to find out, because obviously that's the commentaries I do on the most Premier League games. But Paul Heckingbottom for Sheffield United. It's his 4th game in charge. The previous 3 have all ended in defeat. 5-0, 2-0 and 2-1. But Saka is getting ice on that thigh, that left thigh. Lacazette's got the ball. The man who scored the goal can't work it out wide right to Willian. And they've lost the ball, Arsenal. And it's now Lundstrom in the midfield. Poor left-footed ball straight to Nicolas Pepe, who enters the box, works onto his left, strikes across goal, parried by Ramsdale, and the ball is being put in by Martinelli. It's the most easiest goal he'll score in his Arsenal career. But it's all from his doing, to be fair. You've got to be there, right place, right time. And he was there. to finish the goal, to finish the ball. It's his first goal of the season in an injury-struck season. He's only starting his 4th game in the Premier League, and it's resulted in a goal. It's poor by Lundstrom, gave the ball away. Nicholas Pepe pounced, got past one, bent it around a defender. Good save by Ramsdale, down to his right, but could only parry it to an on-rushing Gabriel Martinelli, who, like I said, found himself in the right place at the right time to double Arsenal's lead and to surely secure them the 3 points to take back to London to put them in the top half of the Premier League. It's Sheffield United 0, Arsenal 2, and they have taken advantage of a mistake from Lundstrom. Ramsdale did his best to get down to it, parried it right to Gabriel Martinelli. And like I said, Arsenal, if they can just keep a clean sheet, which they haven't done in their last 14 games, not competitions, they'll be taking home the 3 points. Two. Is it the Hatters? I'm just saying it's a good guess. That's all I'm saying. Wait, there's an Arsenal player called Aziz. There is. Aziz. Do you want to know about Aziz? He's called Miguel Aziz. He's wearing number 66, well, on the bench currently. First time in the squad in the Premier League. He's been in the squad this season for the Europa League. He actually got about 10 minutes against Dundalk, an Irish team, in the 4-1 win away. Got about 10 minutes, and then also 3 games on the bench in the Europa League. He's a midfielder, 18 years of age, joined the academy at the age of 5. Miguel Aziz, hopefully we might see him, the 18-year-old, make his Premier League debut. He's also been capped for England 8 times for the under-18s. His fleck just puts a heavy challenge on Pepe there. And a foul and a free kick for Arsenal. 17 minutes to go. Still 2-0. So that's the only youngster on the bench. Do you think you'll do a mystery box video soon or a video? What do you mean by that? I'm just going to hide it. Ball in towards Lacazette. Great clearance by Ampadu in the 6-yard box. Lundstrom can help it away down towards the right-hand side, only as far as Pablo Mari, the centre-back. Yeah, I've only hid it because there's bad language. I've got nothing wrong with using it, but I just don't want it in my chat, so don't apologise, it's fine. I just don't want it in the chat. I've read it. What do you mean? Do you mean you're not going to do another mystery box video because it might do badly? You meant shirt. Oh right, so you didn't mean because it right. I get what you mean. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I've done a lot of them though. That's the problem. I've done a lot. How many have I done? I can check now. I'm 5. That's a lot to do. Lacazette, 1-2 with Ceballos. Enters the box, brought down in the box. So outside the box. Free kick. Gonna be close. I think they'll check this. Peter Banks is going to let VAR have a look with Jared Gillet in VAR. I think it's Gillet. Bit of a fancy name. Yeah, we've got Mystery Football Shirt opening 1. And then the one, Mystique Jerseys, big shout out to them. They saw the video and gave me a free one, so I did another one. That is on the edge of the box, just on the left-hand side. It is a free kick, not a penalty. So there I did another one. Then I bought another one, but a goalkeeper mystery one for a 500 subscriber special. And then, technically I've done 4. Because I put the playlist, which you can find, is called Football Shirt Videos. So then I did a video where I've created my own football shirt, football commentaries one. It's quite cool. Check that video out if you haven't. And then I did another one where I linked up with, can't remember his name, Liam Roberts. That's his YouTube channel. He's got a mystery shirt box little company. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, I did that as well. So I don't know. I'm not too sure. If the opportunity comes where I feel it's right to do another one, then I will. But I won't force another one though. But here's Willian looking for that 50th Premier League assist. Nope, he's going to look to shoot instead, but it's come off the wall of Ryan Brewster. It falls to Granit Xhaka, who then works it out wide left to Partey. Down the line, Willian, too much on it, trickles all the way down the line for a throw-in for Sheffield United. As they're going to try and score. Like I've said, they've only scored 4 goals in their last 10 games, no competitions. They've only scored 17 this season in the Premier League. It's been a season to forget for Sheffield United. It's a time where they need to reflect on their time in the Premier League, forget that time, and then just move on to next season when they're going to be in the Championship. Baldock's got the ball here. Working away from pressure by Martinelli, the goal scorer of the second. They have worked it to Ramsdale in the end. Shifts it over to the left-hand side towards Edna Stevens. Again, too much on it. Out for a throw-in for Arsenal and taken quickly by Chambers towards Pepe. Met by Egan. And then another throw-in it'll be for Arsenal as they move further forward. But they've thrown it back to Willian instead now, the former Chelsea man. Messages have a new one where it's an international one. I might have to look into that then. Yeah, I might have to do that. If they've got an international, I love an international shirt. So I might have to do that. Don't tell anyone this, but my name is Aziz. Is it? Aziz. Don't tell anyone. Oh, I don't have an E. I'm not going to tell anyone. Aziz. I'm presuming the three's at ease. Look at the chat going off. The giveaway one was cool. The giveaway one, yeah, the goalkeeper one. The shirt was good as well. Bit of a weird. I think FC20. So that's not giving it away. Obviously, we can watch the video. I'm going to describe the kit. It's Brewster. Long range strike. It deflects back to him as it came off Holden. He looks to work it towards Ben Osborne on the right. Taken away by Granit Xhaka. And Ceballos comes to help out as Arsenal again defend another half attack from Sheffield United. How much did Liam Roberts won? £23? I want to say he got like a programme with it, a shirt and some cards, and he's added a few more things. Watch the video. Like, I'm not just saying it to plug my own channel. Like, oh, watch my video. Watch it, and I'll tell you everything what you need to know. I think I even link it in the description. So yeah, just watch the video. Watch them all. They're quite good videos, the mystery shirt ones and the football shirt ones. They're probably the proudest ones I've done, for sure. So Lundstrom has it for Sheffield United. Like I said, I don't mind if when there's people in the chat and I'd kind of half commentate, half read the chat. I don't mind because obviously if a big thing happens in the game, I'll stop talking to the chat. But when there's just possession here for Sheffield United, I can always talk to the chat as well. Baldock does go inside to Lundstrom. Can they get a goal? Osborne on the right hand side. He's gone from the left hand side to the right. He's used the overlap of Baldock and he's one-on-one with Xhaka. Being pressured now by Ceballos. Can he work space for a cross? He's going towards the corner flag. Passes it back to Lundstrom. He shifts it onto his right foot. And then back heels it to Baldock as they work openings. Baldock into Osborne. Back to goal. Lundstrom. Fleck. Inside to Brewster. Lays it back towards Ollie McBurney. Now Norwood. Forward to Fleck. Back to Norwood. Shifts it over to the right hand side now. Sheffield United enjoying a bit of possession here. Plays it forward to Osborne. He's allowed to turn. Flicks it over towards Baldock. First time ball inside where there's no Sheffield United striker to meet it. And Arsenal can work it away. But there's a flag up for offside anyway on George Baldock. Thoughts on Wrexham? Decent club to be fair. Big club. The takeover was pretty good for them. Ryan Reynolds and the other one. Can't remember his name. But obviously as a certain fan of a certain club in the National League that you should have worked out by now. The ones that are also nicknamed the Hatters. Played them at the weekend and we won 3-0 and it was great. I watched it and it was a great win for our promotion hopes. So yeah, but Wrexham as a club, big fan base. I have a lot of respect for them, but when it comes to playing against them, I want to batter them, and we did. So yeah. I'm not sure Baldock was offside there, by the way. But it don't matter because the chance came to nothing in the end. But McBurney's down again. He picked up an injury just before. I'm not sure how, but then he's gone back down again with the injury, the substitute, and it looks like he's going to have to be replaced by the other striker. They have three strikers on the bench. They replaced the two on the pitch with two from off the bench, and it looks like they're going to have to replace one that came off the bench from someone who's also on the bench, which is Lys Mousset, formerly of Bournemouth. But McBurney has back on his feet and he's just trying to run it off if he can. Messi song, right? I'll just check that out later if I remember. McBurney, is he just trying to jog this off? I think it's his left ankle. He's trying to get some movement into, seeing if it's okay to continue. He will come back on. I'm not sure if they'll bring on Lys Mousset anyway as a third striker. Maybe bring off a midfielder or one of the back three. But we're back underway. 9 minutes to go, plus added on time. McBurney's back on, and it's Leno on the ball. Clips it wide right to Chambers, who takes it down nice on the chest and will burst forward. He's been chased by McBurney. Gets it inside to Nicholas Pepe. Slips it through to Gabriel Martinelli. Can't quite get on the end of it. Slid towards the ball, but too much was on it. Fell to the keeper in the end as he looked for his second goal of the game, looking for a brace. Gonna watch your box videos. Oh, finish the comment. Can you? Okay. If you want to watch them now, you can. I'd appreciate if you stay till the end, but it's fine. At least you're watching some of my videos. Honestly, I do like all of them. They're pretty. That's something I'm proud of. The mystery shirt videos. To be fair, it's actually good. I'm gonna have to listen to it then. Holdings had to do some more defensive work there and see it out for a throw-in. At least Mousset is going to be coming on, and he is going to be having to replace McBurney, who's shaking his head. He's not happy. He came off the bench, McBurney, the Scotsman, looking to make a difference from off the bench. Only scoring 1 goal this season in the Premier League, and that was against Leicester in a 2-1 defeat in December. But he's having to be replaced after coming on by Lys Mousset. He's also had an injury-struck season. His last goal, Lys Mousset, was in a 3-1 win at home to Tottenham on the 2nd of July 2020. He's only making his 9th appearance in the Premier League, 2 starts. But an injury-struck season it was for Lys Mousset, who did join last year from Bournemouth, looking for his 10th Premier League goal, now playing his 97th game. As Martinelli's come off, so there's another substitution's been made. Martinelli off for Mohamed Elneny for Arsenal. Can Elneny do the business? We'll have to see. It's his second appearance against Sheffield United. His first one was in the reverse fixture where he played the full 90 minutes. Mohamed Elneny. So again, we're back underway with 7 minutes to go now. Plus added on time. It's Lundstrom on the ball on the right side for Sheffield United. Can he work a crossing? He'll go further right to Baldock. Back heels it towards Lundstrom again. Takes a touch. Whips the ball in towards Osborne. Header away by Holding. Always finds Edna Stevens, who goes back towards Egan. Now Ampadu. Stevens down the line to Osborne. Holds it up against Callum Chambers. Brought to the ground by Chambers. The referee doesn't see it as a foul. And he gets it to Lacazette. Back to Elneny. To the right side to Chambers. Too much on it by Elneny. And out for a throw. And it goes for Sheffield United. Last result of this fixture was 2-1 to Arsenal. Will we get the same here? Will Sheffield United be able to score? The last 2 fixtures have been 2-1s, both for Arsenal. Oh, there's a crossfield ball by Sheffield United. It's too high for John Fleck and out for a throw for Arsenal. That's poor. Should have been able to try and keep possession there. Sheffield United, as they look to try and score if they can. To be fair, this fixture, before Sheffield United returned to the Premier League, the last fixture before that was a 6-0 win for Arsenal at the Emirates back in 2008. It was a Carling Cup, as it was called back then, now League Cup, 3rd round game, where Jack Wilshere scored his first goal for Arsenal at the age of 16. So that was quite the goal fest for Arsenal in the last game these two sides played before Sheffield returned back to the Premier League and obviously take away that FA Cup quarter-final last year. So it's Holding at the back to Partey. Nice turn on Osborne and looks forward and plays it forward and slips it through to Lacazette, looking for his second goal of the game, which he finds. He also hits a big milestone in his career. It's his 50th Premier League goal for Alexandre Lacazette, as it's 3 goals for Arsenal, 3 points for Arsenal. They lift themselves back into the top half of the Premier League. And like I said, it's a very proud milestone to hit for Lacazette. It's number 50 against Sheffield United at Bramall Lane. Great goal. Thomas Partey with an unbelievable turn from a ball from Holding, and then slipped it through past Ampadu. Lacazette got into the box, just had to keep a cool, composed head, which he did do. Looked to the right, put it to the left instead, sent the keeper the wrong way, slotted it into the bottom left corner. Easy as you like. Lacazette having a great season as well, goal scoring in the Premier League. It's his 12th. It's his 13th in the Premier League, scored his 12th before. And it's also, as well, his 5th goal in his last 6 in the Premier League. So the makeshift Arsenal captain is having a field season, you could say. Sheffield United 0, Arsenal 3. And Sheffield United, I think, have sunk as low as they can this season. Bottom of the league. They're going to pick up their 25th loss. But they might try and get a consolation with Brewster putting a cross in. It deflects over towards Fleck on the far side. Worked it all the way back now to Norwood, over to Egan. If you are experiencing any buffering, I do apologise. I don't think you should, but you might be. I've just got a message saying viewers might experience buffering. Who scored the first Arsenal goal again? Lacazette scored the first, Martinelli scored the second, and Lacazette again scored the third to get his brace and also his 50th Premier League goal in his 124th Premier League appearance tonight. So great milestone for Lacazette to hit. And he sent Arsenal on their way to 3 points against Sheffield United to get now 3 wins on the bounce against the Blades. With their last loss against Sheffield United, which was now 4 meetings ago, was a 1-0 win at Brom Lane for Sheffield United. Lys Mousset scored the winner in the 30th minute in Gameweek 9 as he looks to score another one. Lys Mousset, he picks it up in the box, and that shows a man who's been struggling to get minutes this season injury-wise. Really rusty strike, not confident at all. A great ball by Egan through the gap of centre-back and makeshift right-back for Arsenal, Ceballos, towards the left-hand side, and he got the ball from the pull-back, and as he's tried to place it with his right boot towards the far post, it's gone well wide. In the end, didn't catch it as sweet as he would have liked. And in the end, the ball was soaring away for an Arsenal goal kick. As it won't be Lacazette hat-trick today, because he will be replaced on the 88th minute with Eddie Nketiah. Great performance by Lacazette, and Eddie Nketiah will come on for his 15th league appearance. He has picked up a goal this season against West Ham. He's not really enjoyed much game time in the first team, but he will get a little bit of a run out near the end of this game. Change the score. Thank you very much for reminding me. I always forget sometimes. There you go. 3-0 to Arsenal. As they've got a throw-in on their right-hand side here. Callum Chambers, who's had another solid game. The right back. He did actually play at right back in that 1-0 loss at Bramall Lane. In last season's 1-0 loss. Callum Chambers. So happy memories in this visit than the last for Callum Chambers, and he's had a good game. So they have lost the ball from the throw-in, Arsenal, and it's now with Sheffield United with Ampadu as we see the latter stages of the game out here. As they hoof it forward, cut out by Chambers, a great ball forward actually to Pepe, who then finds Thomas Partey. Runs are being made ahead of him. Can he find one? He finds Pepe. Is he onside? I don't know, but it doesn't matter anyway because his pass is poor. But he's won it back, to be fair. And Ceballos now has it on the edge. He's trying to work a shot, which Pepe should have done, but his control was poor and he did lose the ball in the end. But they've won it back. It's now El Neni. Partey. Back to Holding. He's also had a solid game as well. Man of the match for me, as I do remember sometimes to give a man of the match, not all the time, but obviously we'll have to go to Lacazette. 2 goals, and hitting that 50-goal landmark is always a good landmark to hit. And the Frenchman, despite what people might say, he's having a good goal-scoring season. He's now 15 for the season in all competitions. Arsenal to lift it forward, cleared away in the end by one of the Sheffield United defenders, and throwing it is. We've got 4 minutes added on. West Ham v Leicester, good game. I think Leicester played too well too late. They waited too long until it was too late for them to get it back, but West Ham was able to see it out. Decent performance the first half. Again, second half they were a little bit poor, but they saw it out, and that's the main thing. Then Tottenham United, that goal from McTominay I've already spoke about in the first half, and that goal from Cavani, which was ruled out, should have stood. And you think United just showed their quality today, just showing how they've probably got a bit of a better squad than Tottenham overall, and you know they kind of put them in their place in the second half, and it's a good win for United, who look like they've cemented second place for this season. As Ramsdale clears for Sheffield United up towards Granit Xhaka, who gets it away from Lundstrom as he sees it out for a throw-in. Granit Xhaka against John Lundstrom, who's now the captain. Xhaka, for now, for the last few minutes of this game, as Lacazette was obviously brought off, who was the captain for today's game. Granit Xhaka as well did win Player of the Year, the Swiss Player of the Year back in 2017. That was one of the years that Arsenal won the FA Cup. He was seen as the best player who represented Switzerland that year. It was quite a proud, accolade to win, to be the best player in your country for a year. Pepe back to El Neni, who won 4 Swiss titles in a row with FC Basel from 2012 to 2016 for joining Arsenal, which he's won a few tournaments, a few cups, mainly FA Cups and Community Shields, as Holding gives a foul away against Lys Mousset. In my opinion, you should have commentated on either. Yeah, but I didn't. So mainly, I wanted to watch those games, and the big games usually don't get many views anyway. So I might as well just done this one and just hope to see if I got a few more in. Because obviously those are such big games of the weekend. People usually try and find a way of watching them, not find a commentary. That's why I didn't do them. But this one's been decent. The chat's been pretty good. So got a decent amount of likes. Remember, next commentary Tuesday, Chelsea versus Porto, second leg. Chelsea have a 2-goal lead with them both being away goals as well. And then next Friday we've got Everton versus Tottenham. As on this game, Paul Heckingbottom looks to be losing his 4th game in a row as Sheffield United interim manager. This party's giving the ball away here for Arsenal. It's now Lundstrom. Works it to the right wing back, Baldock. Back to Lundstrom. He's been pressured by Xhaka, but works it to Baldock again. Slips it inside to Norwood. Back into Baldock. First time ball to Osborne, who's found himself on the right hand side again. Tries to get beyond Xhaka. Strong tackling by Mari, sorry. Strong tackling by the Spaniard. The Spanish centre-back and the Spanish midfielder, Ceballos, can bring it away to Callum Chambers. We've got 50 seconds left of this game before Arsenal can say they are out of the bottom half of the league and they're up into 9th ahead of Leeds. It will put them on to 45 points. It'll also be their 13th win of the season, and that will put them on more wins than losses, as they will stay on 12 losses and, like I said, be on 13 wins instead, as Nketiah has been absolutely swiped out there by Ampadu to concede the foul there. The Welsh international there, Ampadu, absolutely swiping Nketiah as he looked to try and get the ball and try and run away with it, Nketiah, but Ampadu was not having any of it. Arteta will be happy, but the main aim of this season is to try and get in Europe, and the best way they're going to get it is probably through Europa League, and that's Champions League football. Their whole season relies on winning on Thursday. It's a massive game. It's their biggest game of the season, but to prepare for that big game of the season, they're going to at least go into it with a win against Sheffield United. The referee's blown the whistle. We are over here at Bramall Lane. It has ended Sheffield United 0, Arsenal 3. After a bit of a even 10-15 minutes, Arsenal got their foot on the game, and in the first half they did end up scoring in the 33rd minute with Alexandre Lacazette scoring after a great team goal. It was ended up in the box, worked to the Frenchman who slotted it home and gave Arsenal a well-deserved lead in the end of that first half. And then after dominating the second half, they were struggling to create many chances, but eventually they picked up on a John Lundstrom mistake, went to Pepe, who cut on from the right-hand side onto his left foot, had a shot, parried away by Ramsdale straight into the path of Gabriel Martinelli, who scored his first goal of the season to give Arsenal a 2-goal lead. And then to finish it off, and like I said, to hit that landmark, Alexandre Lacazette scored another goal, a great ball from Thomas Partey, who received the ball from the defence, slotted it through to the Frenchman, got in behind, composed, finished it for his 50th Premier League goal. It gave Arsenal 3 points, gave Arsenal 3 goals, and it put them into the top half of the table. Like I said, it will give them that extra bit of confidence going into that game against Slavia Prague on Thursday, which could really dictate their season. If they get knocked out, then they've got to put everything into the Premier League to try and somehow get Europe. If not, if they go through to the semi-finals on Thursday, they still have a chance of Champions League football. We have ended here. Sheffield United 0, Arsenal 3. Good 3 points for Arsenal. Solid performance. It was one that we expected and we got in the end. And they'll go marching on with Mikel Arteta. And we'll see where they finish in about a month or two time. Great comment. I predicted West Ham to place 16th. I think I predicted like 17th or something. I've predicted low as well. Great commentary. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. What happened to Football Talk? Just didn't have time really to record it. hopefully it'll come back. I had episodes planned, like to record. I had them planned, but I do it Harvey, my mate, but we just didn't really have much time and more focusing on the commentaries, so kind of just did that instead. But hopefully it will return. It will return every now and then for sure. But no, it won't be a regular upload football talk. But I do enjoy it, so I'll try and get it on the channel soon. But yeah, after another 2 hours of live streaming, we're done with another commentary. Thanks to everyone who joined, all the likes and all the new subscribers. Remember, next commentary is on Tuesday, 8 o'clock, Chelsea versus Porto. But from me, this is going to be the end of the stream. Sheffield United, again, bottom of the league, 18 points away from safety. They'll have to settle for life back in the Championship under hopefully a new, hopefully under new management where they can try and bounce back into the Premier League straight away. But for now, they're sitting bottom of the league. Arsenal win comfortably away at Bramall Lane as they look to march on against Slavia Prague and try and proceed to the semi-finals of the Europa League. Can they? We're going to have to find out. Thanks for watching.